Hello everyone. So in this video I decided to discuss something that I was inspired by a video from Middle Complex recently, when he was talking about the things that draw us to a knife. And I thought I would relate these to you all from my perspective as a physical therapist. I work deeply with people who have all kinds of movement, neurological, and other similar types of problems that affect their mobility. One of the things that we look at is sensory perception. And so I was thinking, why knives? Why are we in this community? Why are we into knives? Why do we love the machine that is a knife? For lack of a better word, when we're looking at knives, we're looking for some kind of perfection in a way, right? So what is it that appeals to us about a knife? And so I decided to break it down into parts, and I thought I would address the first one today, being sound. I don't know that people have really gone into a great deal of depth. I'm sure there's a few videos out there, but I thought I would like to address what sound is and does for us, and why and what different knife sounds are, and what they make us feel like, what they do. I doubt I'll get a very good example of this, but I'm going to give it a try. So when I first started getting into knives, I was impressed with the heaviness, the quality, all these things. But one of the biggest things that appealed to me was that click, that tink. As the detent ball goes back into place, that little tink sound is a wonderful sound. For some reason, it sends a chill up and down my spine. So why? I've given this a lot of thought, and I'm beginning to think it has to do with the machinery, the knowledge of that we are manipulating a piece of machinery that is conforming to our will, and the sound is that confirmation that the machinery has done what we want it to do. And it's a very satisfying type of completion feeling the sound makes for us. And every knife has a different sound, and I think that's why we might be drawn to numerous different knives. We have the more normal sound of the slip joint and the snap of it going back into place, which is satisfying. We have the nice snick of a really smooth knife coming out, and the tink as it hits the stop pin going back in. Different knives have a different quality of that sound. On that one you can hear the lock re-engaging. On this one you can really hear the same thing as the lock re-engages. To me, that is for some reason very satisfying. You have the outward thwack of an auto, the click as it snaps back into place and is locked. And different autos even have different quality of sounds. The really rapid, fast, snappy sound of a smaller auto, which is just a higher pitch and very satisfying. You know that knife is open. You have different knives of different materials may have different sounds. You can hear everything. You hear it click into place when it locks. You hear the slight bit of lock stick that I'm still working out on it. And the high-pitched sound of the knife as it snaps back into place and the detent catches. And then titanium versus aluminum. It's a subtle sound, but especially on the close. And the lock stick again. Something about these Malibus have to be broken in. They're getting smoother, much better, but that is something to consider. Out the fronts have different sounds. And there is something really satisfying about the machinery going into place on and out the front when we click it. I love it. Even different ones of similar sizes. Versus Microtech. This Microtech needs grease on the spring, and I brought it actually to illustrate maybe a sound that's not as satisfying, and talk about why it's not satisfying too. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's this metallic clink in there when it's closing that I can hear. Here we have two of the mini Griptilians. This one in G10, different sound. This one in their Grivery, again, different sounds. Here's some more G10 with a liner lock going into place. Again, a totally different sound. There's a ball bearing lock going into place. There we go. That little clickety sound. Again, what is it about sound? I have trouble putting it into words, but I think we all feel it. It's the connection we have with the knife that allows us to know that it's doing what we want, and the satisfaction we have of knowing that it worked well. To me, that's what the sounds do. I would love to hear what each of you feel the sounds do. And then moving forward, as you can guess, I would like to try to do each of the senses as best I can, although smell and taste might be a little bit difficult. I'm willing to possibly defer that one to Nick Chabez, since he was both smelling and being asked to taste knives, even though he didn't taste them. He may be better at that one than I am. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. This has been Patrick. Bye.